All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Kris Amerikos show. In today's show, I'm going to be wearing a hat. It's going to be very exciting. And I'm not going to be wearing a hat because I think it's cool. I'm going to be wearing a hat because it's really early. I just woke up and my hair is a mess. So that's what you have. That's what's in store for you today in this show. I hope you're gonna like it. Other than that, I might try to get my mom to come up here and say hi to everybody because she's visiting us right now. So that would be exciting, right? Other than that, I'm not really sure what we're going to do today because I'm going to be answering your questions, the questions that you write in the comments, the questions that you write in the chat, and I'm going to answer the questions that you ask. Okay. So it looks like we've got a few people joining, and when you come online right now and you start to watch this video, you start to see me on here, just write something in the chat, write something in the comments to let me know that you can hear me and you can see me and everything is good and we can get started. You can also write any of your questions that you might have about English, about anything. Some people write some strange stuff and that's okay. That's fun. But I love questions that are about English. Makes sense, right? Questions that are about English are the best because because I can answer them for you. And you probably know that this is what I do. I'm a professional English teacher. And so when I get on these calls, I love to teach English. I love to share that with people. All right. So, okay, I see some comments coming in. I see, what's up? Hi, teacher. Hey, guys. You know, there's something weird that happens. When I speak with some students from some parts of the world, they always say, hi, teacher, hi, teacher, hi, teacher. And, you know, it's kind of strange because in the United States, we never say that. We usually say Mr. and then we say their last name. But so, for example, for me, my last name is Huntley, and people usually would say, hi, Mr. Huntley, not hi, teacher, or hi, teacher Huntley, or something like this, right? We don't usually use the word teacher to address the teacher. But in some places, I guess they do. And that's why, for me, sometimes it's strange when people call me teacher, 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 hey. So, great. Right now, for anyone who's watching, you can write your questions, comments down in the comment section or the chat section under this video. I see Elkin says, hello, Kris Amerikos. Good to hear your tips to improve English skills. Well, I'm glad that you like them. I'm glad that you're here on this video. And remember that this video today is for you to ask your questions. For you to ask your questions. You can write your questions in the comments. You can write your questions in the chat. And I'll try to answer them for you. Okay? So let's see. Hello, teacher. For me, it's the first time I'm watching your live stream. I'm Drizzle. I'm from Kurdistan, Iraq. Drizzle. Interesting name. I don't think that that's really an Arabic name. But yeah, it's fun. Cool. So is that your nickname, Drizzle? Drizzle?
Hello, teacher. For me,
oh, I just started a watch party so other people can watch. Okay, let's get back to the questions. I see hello from Poland. Yell says, I really want to join your course, but I don't have a credit card to pay for the fee. Well, you know, one way that you can join a paid course online is using PayPal. You can just go to paypal.com and you can find how to work with PayPal in your country and set it up. All right, great. Let's see, who else is here now? Charisma says, I'm from Nepal. Hello. Khan says, hi, I want to learn English. All right, so anybody who is here because they want to learn English, if you haven't joined my free seminar yet about how to speak English better in just 1 month, then here's the link. I'm going to send it in the chat right now. Okay, there's the link to the free seminar. This is probably the best thing that I've ever created in my life. And I'm really proud of it. I'm really happy about it. And lots of people, I think we've had over 200,000 people go through this seminar. And I think you're really going to like it. Okay, let's see. Ahmad says, hello from Jordan. Great. Hi. Guljakhon, interesting name. Could you explain the differences between advice and advise? Yeah, sure. And you know what we're going to do in this show today? We are going to move on up. Sometimes I have to raise my desk up to get to the right level so you can see what I'm explaining on the board. Okay, so we'll go ahead and do that today. Yeah, that's what that looks like. And now I'm standing up. All right, so advice and advise. Let's see, where's the marker? Let's use this one. Advice and advise. What's the difference? What is the difference? Well, first of all, we have different pronunciation, right? The first word is advice. Advice. And the second is advise. Oh, what did I do here? Advise. That's not right. Advise. Advise. So you see the difference is just the last sound. Advice, S. Advise, Z or Z. Mm-hmm. Great. There's one other difference too here, a big difference. Advice is a noun and advise is a verb. So we can say, he advised me to go to the Chinese restaurant. He advised me. He gave me his advice, right? He said that this was good. He recommended the Chinese restaurant. He advised me to go to the restaurant. Advice is a noun. He gave me his advice. He gave me his advice. And also remember that advice is an uncountable noun. So we do not say an advice. We don't say this in English. We don't say two advices. We never say this in English. No. Instead, we say just advice or some advice because it's uncountable, right? All right. So you know what? Today's show is going to be very interesting, very different. And I'm going to answer some more questions from the chat, from the comments in just a second. But my mom is here visiting me. I'm going to see if she wants to join the video. One sec. Hey, Mom. Hey, Mom. Hey, Mom.
Yeah.
Do you want to come up here for a second? She doesn't know she's going to be live. So let's see. I see Shaima from Egypt says hello. Tasneem from Egypt. Lessons are amazing. Thank you. Hanan Omar says, hi, Kris. Thanks so much. You're a good teacher. Thank you. Hassan says, I'm Hassan from Indonesia. Actually, I want to join your class. I can't make the registration. It always fails. You should contact support on the website. Mom, come on. Come here. Come here. It's okay. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come in. Come here. Come here. Come here.
My hair. I just woke up.
Come here. Come here. I just woke up too. That's why I put a hat on. This is my mom. I told them that you didn't know that I was going to make you go live with me.
That I just woke up?
Yeah. Well, I just woke up too. That's why I'm wearing a hat. So let's answer one of these together. What's the difference between in the end and at the end? What do you think? When would you use at the end or in the end?
At the end would be like a complete stop.
Uh-huh.
Like when something, it's definitely the the stopping point
Uh-huh.
of something. And in the end is during the ending of something.
During the ending, right? Like a
Mhm.
period of time.
Mhm.
And at is like a point.
Right.
Uh-huh. Awesome. Thanks. So yeah, that's the question, Daiga. That's the answer, Daiga. In the end and at the end, right? And in the end is also a special phrase that we use that says, that means that something changed, right? We could say, I didn't want to go to the party, but in the end, I went, right? So we could use it like that. Let me close the door. So this is another way to use this. Great. How can I improve my speaking? Shaima says. Okay, so first of all, you can go to my free seminar. Second of all, you can go to our Everyday English program because we have a special program for speaking. It's called Everyday English, and we have 8 speaking lessons every day where you can just go online. You can use your phone and join the lessons if you want. And you, every day for eight times a day, 8 hours a day, you can practice speaking English. So I'm going to send the link to the Everyday English program here. The Everyday English program is the most effective program that I have created. I have my free seminar, and my free seminar is the best free thing that I've ever created. And Everyday English, it's paid, but it's very cheap. And you get to speak every day. And we have teachers there who, I mean, I teach there sometimes, and other teachers teach there, but I highly, highly recommend this. If you go to my website and you see all the different programs that I do and we do, this one's the best. So let's see. I sent that link, didn't I? Yes, there it is. Okay. Next. Let's see some more questions here. Mehmood says, I'm from Pakistan. I want to ask you, if a person has the ability to speak, but not to teach as a perfect teacher, that person can handle this problem? Yes. You can learn how to speak better. You can learn how to speak better. Yes. Even when you have a high level of English, you can learn how to speak better. I can learn how to speak better. There are people who, there's different types of English that you can learn, right? So there's a lot to learn. There's also English in different subculture groups, right? There's lots of different groups and lots of different types of language, not only English. Great. Next. I love your way of teaching. Thanks, Drizzle. Danielska says, Katerina says, hi, Kris, something grew on me. It means when you start something or somebody liked more and more. I think I understand you. So what about I grew on you? Could I use it like became better than you? No. It's not like that. It means that first you don't like something. Let me write this phrase on the board so everybody knows what we're talking about. So first of all, this is a phrasal verb, right? Let's see. You know what, guys? I need to share this video to lots of places so more people can ask questions, and we can keep going longer if more people join. But I think it's better for me to answer your questions now, right? And teach you something. So you share this video, just share it to all of the different English groups on Facebook. You share this video with your friends and stuff, and I'll keep teaching, okay? So click share it to groups, share it to pages, and I'm gonna keep teaching. So the question was about the phrasal verb to grow on somebody. All right, it sounds kind of weird, right? To grow on somebody, because grow is when something becomes bigger, right? Like a plant can grow. Or when some number becomes bigger, right? We could say the population of the country grew. But to grow on somebody, it sounds gross, right? It sounds like you have something and it's like becoming bigger and growing on you. That's not what it means. It also doesn't mean that we became better than somebody. What this means is, first I didn't like something, and then slowly I started liking it more. That's what it means. So we could say, for example, I didn't like living in New York, but it grew on me. When I first came to New York, I hated it. But after 2 years, it grew on me. For example, we could say it like that. You could say it about a person too. We could say, what do you think about David? Oh, he's not very interesting. Yeah, I thought that too. But he grows on you. It means it's easy for you you will start liking him. You will start liking him over time. Slowly, you will start liking him. He grows on you. Right? Studying English grows on you. First, it's hard, but then it becomes easier, and then it becomes fun. Okay, great. Great question, Katerina. I'm Yasin from Pakistan. I like your teaching. Thank you. Thank you so much for the support and for the kind words. Tasneem says, can you explain the difference between present continuous and be going to? Sure. They're very different. They're very different, except in one situation. There's one situation I can think of that where they're very similar. That's when we talk about the future, right? But generally, these two things are very different. So we have I'm playing, for example, and I'm going to play. All right, so we have present continuous and we have going to. That was the question, right? Yes, okay. So what's the difference? Present continuous is about right now. It's about one moment, the present moment, the current moment. That's it. We don't have a result. We just have some process in this moment. And that's it. We just have action, movement. I'm going to play is about a plan in the future, right? We have some kind of plan now about the future. So in one situation, they can be very similar. It's when we speak about the future. So I'm going to play can be used for plans and for predictions. When we think that something will happen in the future, we can say, on this day, this will happen. It's a prediction, right? So I'm going to play can be used for predictions, and it can be used for plans. So we usually use I'm going to when we talk about plans. I'm going to go to the cinema. I'm going to visit my mother. I'm going to go to France, right? But present continuous tells us about right now, usually. If we add a future time phrase like tomorrow or next week or next year, if we add that after present continuous, then present continuous will be about the future. Okay? And present continuous is like a very strong plan for the future, right? It's so strong that I just say that it's a fact, right? Here, it's a fact. For example, I'm going to France. I'm going to France. It's a fact. Done, right? It's in the future, maybe. I'm going to France next year. It's in the future, but I said that I've stated it in present continuous, and this means that I'm more sure of my plans. I'm more confident because it's true now that this will happen. I'm going to play is just a plan, right? It's just a plan. Well, I was going to play, but now I'm not going to play, right? We can change it. So this is the difference. Okay. Hello from Laos. Hello from Poland. Thank you. Your mother's very beautiful. Thanks. Kris, I'm interested in your programs. How can I join? So, okay, the best place to join, Juma, I think you probably saw this link already, but this is my everyday English program where you can practice speaking with me and other teachers every day, 8 times a day, and then watch all the recorded lessons. So, Hassan, what can I do, Kris, to join your class? I've sent the link. Join the class. Hi, this is my first time following the English page. Thanks, I'm from Thailand. Welcome. Welcome. We have lots of Thai students in our speaking class too. Great. What's the most common accent, British or American? I think that around the world, most people learn British English at school. And so that's why when they hear someone like me or another American person, it sometimes is difficult for them to understand some things. Like, why do they say it like this? I learned it like this, right? It might be a difference between British and American English. Okay, I see someone asked what time it is here. Right now it's 6:35 a.m. 6:35 a.m. here. Abbas says, hi, is family singular or plural? Well, family is, I think you're asking a different question. What you're asking is, should we use is or are after family, right? Like you could say, my family, ... is or are, right? Which one? This is what you're really asking about, right? And I know that you're asking about this because it's different in British English and in American English. In British English, they say, my family are. Yeah, my family are, because it's many people. And in American English, we say, my family is, because it's one group. So there's this one category of nouns in English. We call them group nouns or collective nouns. And in this category, British English and American English are different. And there's one exception to this rule, the word police. In American English and in all kinds of English that I've seen, police are. We always say the police are. But other than that, in American English, we will say is about groups of people. So like if we say team, the team is winning in American English, or the team are winning in British English. The government is closing, for example. In American English, the government are closing in British English. Okay, I see. I'm Hannah from Egypt. I ask about how much one course costs. So we have different courses, Hannah. I see Khan says, how can I join your teaching? So if you would like to join our programs, the best thing to do is just to go to my website, krisamerikos.com. And you can go to the shop page, krisamerikos.com/shop, and you can see all of our programs there. Now, I can tell you already, if you want to, probably anything that you want to learn in English, the best program is Everyday English. I'm going to send that link again. Everyday English, you can speak with native speaking teachers, me and other teachers, plus people from around the world, students from all over the world, every day, 8 times a day. Every lesson is about an hour long. So about 8 hours every day, you can practice speaking. And that program costs $50 per month. Per month. Yeah, for 240 speaking lessons. So it's really cheap. And it's the best, like everybody tells me that it's the best program on the internet. So I agree. I think it's the best program out there. Great. I swear you're a very honest teacher. You have the best character. Thank you. Just trying to be, I'm just trying to be myself here, and I think it's the best way to be. But in case you missed it, in case you weren't here at the beginning of this live video, I told everybody why I'm wearing a hat today. Right? This is a special Kris Amerikos show today because I'm wearing a hat this time. But the reason I'm wearing the hat isn't to be cool. I'm wearing a hat because it's early in the morning and my hair is a mess. So to hide my messy hair from you, I put on this hat. Okay, I see Natalia says, what country do you live in? I live in the United States. I live in Florida right now, but I have lived in the past. I have lived in the United States in Ohio, Hawaii, Rhode Island, Virginia, Washington, D.C., West Virginia. Yeah, that's all the places in America, in the United States. Outside the United States, I've lived in Germany, Italy, and Russia. So, but now I live in the United States again. All right. Hi from Thailand. Hi from Indonesia. Hi, everybody. Hi from Egypt. Another person from Indonesia. Excellent. Yes, we teach British English in our Syrian schools. Oh, cool. Let's see. Katya. Hi, I'm from Bulgaria. Hi. So you know what? We have a lot of people in our program from different countries. And if you go to the feedback page on our website, you can see that. You can see all of the different people who have sent us their video feedback and told us what they think about our program. And I'm going to just send you the link here in the chat to the feedback page, and you can check that out. We have feedback in Thai, in Bulgarian, in Russian, in Arabic, in, I mean, what other languages are people speak? In Chinese, you know. Okay, Hanan says, what's the difference between worth and worst? This is a nice, easy question that I can answer real fast. All right, what's the difference between worth and worst? Well, let's look at the transcription, right? So here's what the transcription of the first one looks like. It's worth, right? So if it's in British English, then we just won't say this R sound. It'll be worth in British English. In American English, it's worth. The other word, this second word, I mean, this one's pretty easy. It's just worst. They both have this sound, right? And in American English, this sound has this right? This strong sound, worst. And here, worth. It's the same sound as world or girl or bird, like this, okay? So again, worth with, right? Worth and worst. Okay, great. Lots of questions. I see lots of other questions have come in right now too, and that's great. So remember, you can ask your questions. I'll try to answer them, and they can be about English. They can be about me, whatever you want to know. They can be about our programs. We have another speaking lesson starting very soon. So if you join the Everyday English program right now, you could join the next speaking lesson. And during those speaking lessons, we speak face to face. So I can see you and hear you. You can see me and hear me, and I can correct your mistakes. We have other teachers who are there too, other students from around the world. So great. Okay, Zenny says, do you Americans use should have, would have, could have often in your speech? Yes, we do. That's standard English, and but here's what you'll usually hear. Instead of should have, you'll hear people say shoulda, and coulda and woulda. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. This is actually a standard phrase that people say when you say, like, when you talk about the past and you talk about something that you regret or you wanted that would have been better to do in a different way. You can say, I should have done that this way, right? You can say, I should have gone to sleep earlier. I shouldn't have drunk so much last night, right? Those examples. So when somebody says a phrase like that, then in American English, sometimes we'll tell that person, shoulda, coulda, woulda, And it just means you can't change it now. Like, it's like, yes, you should have done it, and now you can't, right? Shoulda, coulda, woulda. And it means you should have, and you could have, and you would have if you had another choice. Or another chance, rather. Okay, hi from Azerbaijan. Thanks for great teaching. Thank you. Agnieszka says, why I have lived, not I lived. Good question. It's because it's about my experience. It's about all of my experience until now. If I told you one specific time in the past, then I would have to use past simple, right? Like 5 years ago, I lived in Russia. Then 5 years ago is completely finished, right? But my experience is not completely finished. I have lived in Russia, and maybe I will go back and live there again in the future. It's not finished. Now, if I die and someone writes a book about me, then they can say he lived in Russia, and that's it. And they don't need context, and they don't need a specific time period, because I'm dead and it can't happen again. So it's completely finished. It's about it being completely finished, or it being still true now and still able to continue or to happen again now, right? This is the big difference. Okay. Tu says, I see some people using the word though at the end of sentences. Sometimes I understand its meaning, but sometimes I don't. And somehow I think it has a little weird meaning. Could you please help me with that? A million thanks from Vietnam. Hi, Vietnam. So, yes, the word though. I like this word. I use it a lot. Some people don't understand it though. Ha ha ha, right? So this word means although. To make it simple for everyone, this word means although. Although, we usually use the word though at the beginning or at the end of sentences. And when we use it at the end of the sentence, sometimes, yeah, it has this kind of special, weird meaning. It's like, I didn't expect what I just said to happen. Like, I took my umbrella outside. It didn't rain, though. So, like, I didn't expect that it would not rain, right? So, although it did not rain, I took my umbrella, right? That's a standard way to say it. That's how the book would show you. Although it did not rain, I took my umbrella. Something like this. But a lot of people in real life, a lot of American speakers, especially American English speakers, will say, I took my umbrella, it didn't rain though. And this just means like, even though I took my umbrella, it did not rain. Or although I took my umbrella, it did not rain. Shaima says, you make me love English, thanks. Then my mission is complete. That's one person that I can check off of my list. How many words do you need to know to speak English good? Speak English well, right? Well, you should join my free seminar. I'm going to send the link again. Lots of people ask me these questions, and in the free seminar, I give the full explanation about how many words you need to know, how you can find those words, how you can structure learning those words. So it's going to be better than me trying to explain it again right now. All right, guys. Well, that is it for today's show. It's been 34 minutes, something like that. So thank you so much for showing up today. And I really look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow, let's go over to, actually, you know what? Let's do it here. We have the biggest group here. Let's stay on Facebook. So on Facebook, again, tomorrow, I'll be here, I'll be live, and I'll see you then, okay? Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.